What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Austin Show. Today we're looking at more NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures, and we have more animated figures here. First off with Usagi Yojimbo, which is the awesome samurai rabbit with the picture there in another cool box, again based off the VHS tapes. So it's the tail of Usagi Yojimbo there, and looks pretty awesome there, and pictures on the back. So we have the figure up at the top, pictures like from the show or whatever, animated style, a bit of his story there as well you can read. And then if we open the box, we have the picture of him there on the side with the actual figure itself that just looks incredible. And I've heard a lot of good things about this figure, so I'm just excited. Just his look overall is really cool, so I'm excited to get him in hand to see what he's like. So we have the Usagi as well as the Mauser pack. So we get this pack with a bunch of Mausers in it, so I think it's around like 7 or so Mausers or different pieces, because you can see we have like a head piece there. So we have a mouse, and then behind it we have a bunch of rats. It's going to be hard to see, but there are a bunch of rats in there as well. So there we can see their picture there on the back. So there's like some of the rats that's going to come with, and then of course our other characters on the back that we've already looked at. Of course, just this pack of Mausers, so we thought we'd throw them here together since Usagi is just by himself, so we thought we'd throw in some Mausers as well so we can have a little fight with them. So very excited to check these out. So let me get them open. They are NECAs, so I'll have to heat them up and we'll take a look at them together. Well, let's start with looking at Usagi because he looks so cool. So his real name is Miyamoto Usagi, and he appeared in Season 3, Episode 32, Usagi Yojimbo, and he appeared when Donatello's interdimensional device malfunctioned, and Usagi ended up entering the Turtles' dimension. But he is a rabbit ronin on his warrior's journey, and he's a highly skilled swordsman trained in many martial arts techniques. So he looks very cool here, and this is just an awesome figure design. He's so small. Of course, I'll bring in like a Ninja Turtle here to compare him, but he's just so small and just so cool looking. I just love the look of him so much with like his thicker body and stuff, and just pretty cool. We had a figure of him when I was a kid, so I just have memories of him from that, and so it brings back a lot of nostalgia just looking at this figure. But overall, he just looks incredible. So he's a white rabbit, so he's the rabbit design, so his ears are up in like the ponytail design wrapped up with the purple design, and then we got his face there, so the all white rabbit face. You can see his little nose and whisker design stuff, his blue eyes there, and then he's in his all like samurai style outfit. So he has the blue like gi design over the top with some designs on it there, even there on his forearms and on the back as well. Then he's got some black baggy pants, a white belt design tied there in the front, of course his little white hands, and then his little tiny feet in his shoes that are pretty fun. So like the flip-floppy shoes that look pretty cool there on his feet. So just it's overall fun design for him. Just over everything about this just seems so fun. But let's go and do his movements. So his head can twist all the way around. You can look down that far and up that far. So good movements in there. And his bunny ears flip around as well, so you can have them there in the front if you want, but can twist all the way around there. Then we can go to the shoulder joints that come up to 90 and rotate all the way around. We get the single elbow joint there that can bend pretty much to 90 there and has rotation. The wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. He's got an ab crunch and twist in the middle, so crunch back and forth just a little bit, so a little bit back, a little bit forward, and can twist around there as well. Then hips can come up there under 90 degrees, over 45 at least, out to the side. You know, it can do the splits. A little bit of a thigh twist up in there, but the single knee joint that can bend up that far, so not even 90 degrees there, unfortunately, and it has a twist in it as well. And then we get the foot that can flex back and forth a little bit and can twist side to side. So he's a little figure with limited movements, but overall it's just a fun design and fun to play around and mess with this thing. It's just so cool. But he comes with a number of accessories. So first off, we get some additional hands. So he has like these open palm hands already. So we get some fist hands there, so if you want to have some fists, or we have some grip hands to hold some of his weapons. So we'll probably need to switch these out so we can use those. And we also get an additional head for him. So we have this head where his mouth's open a little bit so you can see his bunny teeth, so that's pretty fun. And then his ears are more down flat to his head, so we'll probably switch this out as well. So unfortunately, when I popped his head off, it pulled the peg out with it, and I don't have anything right now to be able to pull it out. So I'll just have to set his head on here. Of course, it's not stuck or anything, so it's just kind of floating on there, so it'll probably fall off a lot. But there's that head on him there. And with that, we also get a hat known as a sedge hat, so it's just a hat design there that you see people wearing in Asian countries and stuff. So with this, you can put it on his head. I don't know if you are able to get the strap down around under his neck, but you can at least set it on his head. Again, I'm worried about trying to get this on and it sticking or something. I don't know exactly how you can get on, but there it can sit on his head, but you can sit it just on top of his head there, so that's pretty fun. And he comes with a number of weapons, and one of his most classic thing is swords. So first off, we have a little sheath designed for it, so we have this sheath for both of his weapons. And so he comes with some like elastic bands, and we already have one put around his waist there. So with this, we have this, so we can just slide this into. I don't really know if it goes in any certain way, but we just kind of stick it in through the waistband there, and it's able to hold it onto the side, so that way we can put his swords into it. And speaking of, we get both of his swords, so we have his katana, so the longer sword, and then we have the wakizashi Tokashi sword as well, so the smaller sword. So with both of these, you can put him into the sheet, so you can see one's long and one's short. Put him in there, but let's go and just put him into his hands. So there he is with both of the swords in his hands. That looks pretty cool. He comes with some other accessories as well. So we have a Katar dagger, so just this weird like dagger design with the handle there, so that's pretty cool. And then we also get a kunai throwing knife as well. Of course, these look a little bit bigger than what they should be, but with it being the neck and stuff, they kind of fit like that. We also get some additional clothes for him, so we have this robe that we can put him in, which is a pretty nice design. It's nice like material and stuff. You can see the design and texture of it, so it's not some cheap thing. Has some nice sewing and stuff around it, so we have the handholds and of course the hood and everything. Now it's all pretty normal, except for in the hood here, it does have a metal wire, so you can't actually get it to bend around, which I don't know how easy this will be able to get on him. I may try it here, but let's just see how it works. So there he is with the robe on. Again, it's hard to like get it on and worked around and stuff, and of course with the head not being on properly, it's hard to get that worked out, but you have that robe there so it can hide his identity and can be in coverage. And then it also comes with another elastic band here. You can then, you know, tie around his waist to be able to hold his jacket closed around him. It's a nice like stretchy like band sort of material, but unfortunately it stretches, and I feel if you mess around with it too much, it'll lose this elasticity and not work out too well. I've already seen weakness in the one that's around his waist, so that's a little unfortunate that, you know, comes with that. But of course for us, we won't be using this coat or anything because we want him out of it, but it's just cool that it comes with that additional accessory, you know, of this nice sewn design coat. So there I got him back to normal. And his final accessory is that he comes with his pet Tokaji. I think that's how you say Tokaji, but it's just like a little dinosaur design. It almost looks like a long neck of some sort, but I think it's supposed to be based off of Compy. But in like the comics and stuff, he has a pet called Spot. That's one of these things, so I don't know if that's supposed to be Spot or what, but we just have that as well, a fun little creature that add in there with him, so that is pretty cool. And as I mentioned, I did want to do a size comparison so you can see it. So of course there we have him, and here is Donatello. So if you know from seeing all our other videos that the turtles are some of the shortest characters, so you can see just how small he is, especially will be compared to all the others. So it's cool to see that size comparison there of Usagi with the turtles. So Usagi just looks pretty awesome overall. It's a fun, unique design. I love the way he looks and everything, and this is just an incredible figure. It's just so awesome and unique. So very fun to have him here with the collection now. And then we have our Mauser pack, so we get all these different Mausers, and they were robots created by Baxter Stockman to rid the city of its rat problem, but he ended up being rejected by the Ajax Pest Control Company, so Shredder ordered Baxter to reprogram the Mausers to be able to attack turtles as well, and sent them after the Ninja Turtles. And these Mausers are known for having large jaws with steel teeth that can bite through concrete, brick, and metal, and they have gripping toes that allow them to climb walls. So they look pretty cool here. We have a bunch of them, so it looks like we have about 7 in total. Of course, 2 of them are pretty much destroyed and laying here on the ground, and we have 5 of the others, so 4 of them are perfectly normal, so they all look like relatively normal, just normal Mausers. But this one back here is all damaged and like it's been attacked and stuff. But then we have a destroyed one here, so we have a destroyed one right in the center with a rat or mouse head sticking out of it, and then we also have this one that's torn apart, so we have like the body here, and then we have the neck piece and the head there as well. So it's pretty fun to have all these different pieces, and of course they come with some other accessories we'll look at and stuff here. But let's just take a look at the Mauser itself. So the Mausers look pretty cool, and then they have a fun design, and they remind me a lot if you've seen the Tremors movies from the second Tremors movie where they begin walking. I think they call them Shriekers, but overall has a fun, unique design. So they have like the single like red eye design in the front, and of course their robotic body have the big strong teeth and jaws here in the front that can open and close. They're a little bit hard to open and close, but they do that there. And then they have some neck joints, so they have a neck that can move around with the body, so the connection there, as well as at the head itself, so it can move back and forth. And then like I said, at the actual body can twist around and move around there. And then we get leg joints as well, can move back and forth. Then we have what'd be like the knee joint there, can bend back and forth, as well as the ankle joint there that can move back and forth. So you can put these in really sort of any positions you want just to get them to stand up. But we have those, so again, we're going to have 5 of them that can do that. As I mentioned, this one is all damaged, so it's like this one has been into a fight. He has a hole in its head, so if we have like Raphael Sai or something, we could be sticking that down in there. So it's just fun to design. You know, everything else looks pretty normal, just an all smashed up head there. It's got nice denting and everything on the front, so that's fun. And then of course we have this one that has the mouse, or what I would say rat, because they look more much like rats. So have that inside, so good and all messed up and destroyed with the mouth and the body. It's missing part of its leg, and then just has this rat head sticking out of the top of it there, which is pretty fun. So just a fun design. Again, the body's all smashed up, has this flat design. It's all dented to damage and has holes in it and stuff, wires coming out. So pretty fun that that's designed with the rat inside of it. And then the final one, again, we have the piece here where it's missing the upper body, so we just have the legs in the intersection all damaged and destroyed. And then we have the neck piece as well, so it's like you could piece all these pieces back together so we could put a Mauser back together, but unfortunately it's all split apart. So pretty fun there, again, all damaged and destroyed, and just pieces that you can have laying around. Now, as you see, we do have the rat sitting in there. We get a bunch of other rats as well. So we have this rat, which a lot of these rats look familiar, so I feel this was like Splinter. And I think in the pictures it showed like it's sitting inside this one, so like it was sitting inside controlling it, but he's a little too big, so I just kind of hang him off the back of there, so it's like he's just kind of sitting inside here, taking apart the insides or something. And then we get a bunch of other rats, or like I said, they're Mausers, so they should be after mice, but they're after rats. So we get a bunch of rats like we got with Rat King, so we have these different ones. So these ones have the wrapped around tail like we wrapped around his body, and then we have this rat just like sitting here, and then we have a rat that's all hunched down and stuff sitting like that, and again another one with a rounded tail, and then this one that would sit on his shoulders. So we just get more rats in here, so we have 6 more rats, and then the one sticking out of the container as well. So more rats that go along with Rat King or whatever you want to do here. Could have the Mausers after him, whatever. And then we get some additional accessories. So first off, we get a VHS tape. Don't know why that's included here, but we do have a video cassette tape like we've got with other stuff. So we have a VHS tape. We get, especially for the rats, we get a piece of cheese. So we have a little piece of cheese, a little wedge of cheese that we can give to them. I think like this rat can be able to hold it, so there it can be holding the cheese. For the turtles, we get a slice of pizza, so another piece of pizza that we give us a lot of stuff. And then finally, we get the little spy fly robot. So if things Shredder had this crate or something, just can fly around and spy on stuff. So it was like this helicopter sort of blade design, and it just looks like a little bug and stuff with the little legs and everything there. So fun little thing. So I feel like this pack was just to give you more accessories to go along with all of your turtles that can go with anywhere, and then Mausers as well, and then more rats to go along with that. So that's pretty fun, just getting all these creatures as well. So there we can have a little fight scene, like the Mausers are trying to attack Usagi and he's trying to defend some of the rats. So it's really cool having both of these sets, both the Usagi set as well as the Mauser pack. That'll be fun to play around with all of our turtle setup and everything. But both are really good sets of figures. That Usagi is just amazing and really cool, and getting all the Mausers is awesome. So nice army builder pack. You can buy multiple of these, just have a bunch of Mausers everywhere. But overall, they are really cool and just awesome figures. But let me know what you thought of them down in the comments. And if you enjoyed my review, let me know with a thumbs up. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.